Hey guys, DanHeilman back with another Awaken Chaos Era video. Today, I want to talk about the new hero, Taleisin. He is the fragment. It's really like a fusion event from Raid Shadow Legends. If you've done a fragment fusion, you do events, you get fragments, you complete it. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work. I have a spreadsheet that I've designed that shows where every single fragment is available, how much they will cost, kind of roughly what you need to do, etc. Let's look at that. Let's go over that. Let me move myself over here. Here's what we got. So Taleisin matrix is available right now. We've already had arena event, hero upgrade, and Ash Magisteria. I will say if you haven't got any, you're not going to be able to get him. Okay, so if we already have 45, I have all 45 already. The summon event just opened this morning. It does have 20, and it has them in 2 different rows. So go to the arena event real quick. Is this the right? I mean, the summon event. You can see we have 10 of them at 6,000, and 10,000 points. You get 10 more. I will say they unfortunately put the summoning banner as the only banner. Almost every other gacha game in the industry has 2 banners. They have a rate up banner and a regular banner because some people don't want the rate up unit. Yes, it is Gangelo. It does have a pity of 400 summons, but now Gangelo isn't even really used in endgame dungeons. The only one he's used in is Gemini, for like the stage 15 and 16 dungeons. He's not really used as much anymore, so he is not as good as he once was. And some people might already have 7 of him, so he might be fully ascended, and they're kind of shit out of luck. I only have 60 summons. You can use blue summons, but I'm sorry. Okay, you can use blue summons, but I think you need 30,000 to complete the event. I only have 10,000, and that would take me, 100 hours to do because you have to get rid of food, and there's like a hero limit, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go back to the spreadsheet. Summon event. Starting the 22nd, we got Witch of Wind. That one shouldn't be terrible. The Ash Magisteria was pretty insane. That's a rally. I needed a couple hundred Ash 15 runs. It took me a decent amount of time, but I don't mind these events as others because I want to farm gear anyways. The hero upgrade event was pretty difficult. I needed to make like 4 level 70s and make a level 50 into a level 60. As I said, this one is roughly 268 summons on average to complete the event. Witch of the Wind will probably be a couple hundred Witch 15 runs. Dispatch event I had to use diamonds for. I definitely had to use diamonds for dispatch last time. I kept on accelerating them, and I think I spent maybe 500, maybe 600 diamonds last time. So this one may need 500 diamonds if bad luck, like me. Okay. Gemini Dragon's gonna be the same thing, probably a couple hundred. Gemini 15 runs. Gear drop event ends right after the Gemini, so you're going to continue farming whatever dungeon you want for gear drops. I like these events right here. I think these ones are totally fine, because you want to farm anyways. You want to get gear. This is a gear collector game, so I think those events are fine. The other ones I'm not huge fans of. Dispatch event was boring, and I had to spend diamonds on it. Summon event is expensive. I mean, if I had to buy the summons for this, it might be a couple $100. So that's why I'm deciding to skip the 2 summon events. Of course, those are basically the only 2 events that you don't need matrices. So it sounds like they either want you to buy a legendary badge with Taleisin shards, or they want you to spend money on summons. It's expensive. The cheapest way to do it is to skip the summon events. Spend $127 on badges. You need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And I'm going to skip the summon event. This is how I'm doing it. I will have this hero to test because this hero looks really crazy. Now let's go over his kit again. I did go through it one time, but I want to go through it again for this video because that's kind of the point of this video, is just talking about this new guy. I think he's fire, right? There he is. There's the new guy. pretty cool looks. Pretty cool little intro there. Let's move myself back over here. Let's go through the kit. He's an S attacker. He does have A health and A speed, which is pretty sweet. I really like to see that in a damage dealer. 130 speed is really nice. You know, some people like Ball Barrett has like 80 base speed, so he's just miserable. 80 or 90, I don't remember, don't quote me on that. But yeah, all right, we'll go through the trait first, and then we'll go through the abilities. He places bleeds. So when an enemy with 2 or more stacks of bleed casts an ability, reduces the ultimate cooldown by 1 turn. When an enemy with bleeding dies, deals true damage to all non-boss enemies and applies 1 stack of bleeding. Damage scales with the target's max health. I'm assuming this means that the bleeding, or maybe, let's see here. When an enemy with bleeding dies, deals true damage. Oh, okay, so the true damage probably scales with the max health. That makes sense because his other abilities scale with max health as well. You can see damage 20% max health. Okay, so the bleeding isn't scaled. The damage of the hit is scaled. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit bosses, which is kind of annoying. But you're usually not killing things while you're attacking a boss anyways, so I guess that's fine. If you can manage to get him, I think he's A5. I'm assuming that everyone is A5. Oh, a note. He's not available in the summon pool for 3 months. I should have said that earlier, but he will not be in the summon pool for 3 months. Same, I'm assuming it's the same with Elune. They give you a 3-month buffer, so the people who buy this hero and spend the money and time to get it, you have 3 months to use him before everyone else is able to even summon and get him. So I want to say that. It reminded me because of the Ascension, because obviously you'll need 6 copies of him if you want this. Recovers health by 15% of the target's max health, okay? And this is just anytime you're attacking a non-boss enemy, which is kind of cool. Kind of sucks that they always have that non-boss tag in there because, you know, a lot of these heroes would be really good for bosses. Even like Desmond, you know, they just changed him and now it's non-boss. So, all right, here we go. Here's his ultimate. Deals 200% damage to 1 enemy. If the target is a non-boss enemy, deals bonus true damage equal to 20% of their max health. Also deals 40% splash damage to other enemies and applies 1 stack of bleeding to all enemies for 2 rounds. Unfortunate that it is for non-boss enemies. It's really unfortunate that that's for non-boss enemies. This guy might be really good in the Void Tower though, because those dudes have a ridiculous amount of health, and he's just dealing true damage based on 20%. It's not AoE like Brand the Brilliant, but this guy is going to be dealing a significant amount of damage. I mean, 20% just straight up off the top plus 200%. That's pretty insane, especially for PvP and stuff. I think this is where this guy will get the most use. That's his ultimate. It is a 4-turn cooldown unless you're fully masteried, okay? Let's look at the passive. When an enemy with bleeding casts abilities, recovers 8% of max health. So that's cool. He does have a high health, so you could build him kind of as a bruiser, and he might be kind of annoying with this. When an enemy with bleeding casts any abilities. So in PvP, if you use someone else with bleeding, like Thor or someone who places a lot of bleeding, AoE bleeds, this guy's going to get a lot of heals from that. Okay. 8. Is the 8 including these or not? I always forget. I always forget every time. Anyways, I think it's including it because this says 130 and I think it's actually 120. So it deals 120% damage to 1 enemy and applies 2 stacks of bleeding for 2 rounds. Pretty cool. That's a decent amount of bleeding on an A1, right? So you could build him in like a Cursed set. You could probably build him in an Assassin set. I believe that Assassin set is the only way you can scale damage based on max health. So you could put him in an Assassin set. You could put him in a Curse set just to get a lot more bleeds out there. I don't know. We're gonna have to mess around when we get him. That's the kit of this bro. Wait a second. They nerfed Taleisin already. Look at his kit in this screenshot. This is when I went over him 6 days ago. Deals 200% damage plus 2 damage equal to 20% of the max HP to 1 enemy. It doesn't say anything about non-boss enemies. I am so mad. I'm spending all this money because I wanted to get this guy for bosses. He was supposed to deal 20% of a boss's HP. Now I'm actually pretty mad about it. I did not realize they nerfed it. I didn't see any notes about it. I didn't notice it. I've already purchased a good amount of shards towards this guy, and I did not realize they nerfed it without saying anything. This dude no longer can deal damage to bosses. Wow. That's kind of shady. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of shady. He was going to be a great boss damage. That's why I was buying this guy. That's why I was spending my $130 and hundreds of hours, was to get this guy for bosses. And now I see they changed his kit and he's not even allowed to damage bosses anymore. That's not okay, guys. You can't change him after people have already bought shards for him. Yeah. That's bullshit. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Do I abandon ship now and not get this guy? I have to reconsider everything now. This kind of changes everything. Holy shit. This changes everything. I don't know what to do now. I might just abandon and stop spending and stop everything. Huh. That sucks. As I said, he's only available in the summon pool after 3 months. So that's important to note. That's pretty much it for the video. Let's, yeah, I covered pretty much everything in here. If you see gold on the event calendar, that means it has a hero fragment. So if I go down here, oh, it doesn't show it in that event calendar. In the actual event calendar, if you go here, you can see these gold ones. Those are the ones that include Taleisin shards. So that's important when you're looking through this. But I totaled them all out for you on that spreadsheet. If you do want to go look at that spreadsheet at any time, the link is always in the description of all of my videos. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know below. What do you think? $130 for a hero, and it also requires you to complete a full-on fusion. How do you guys feel about that? In Infinite Magic Raid, I'll take another game, for example. Obviously, another very pay-to-win game. You have to spend like $400, $500 to get a hero, and it's not quite the same amount of effort because it's usually one of those events where you just like, do I have IMR open right now? I do. So if I go to IMR, let's just compare it really quick to another video before I end the video. Another game before I end the video. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, this event. Ice skating. So they have an event right here where you go and you do this thing and you skate around and do this thing. If this is kind of what they have instead of these kind of fusions. So you can see I can get Slack Dew in round 16 if I get all these points. So basically that just requires spending dollars or diamonds, you know, the premium currency. And I did the math for Melia last time and it was like $400 and something to get the hero. I have not done the math on this one, so I don't know, but okay. That's like $400. In Ace, it's like $127, but it's a lot more effort to get it with your $127. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. It's like fine, and I want to try out the hero, and it's cool that there's a lot of events, but this game is getting pretty expensive. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to keep up with everything and get everything, it's getting expensive. So, okay, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. That's it for the video, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go down there, hit the like and sub button. It really helps me out on the channel, and I'll be making more Awaken Chaos Era video in the future. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that sub and like button and leave a comment below. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.